So with the series finale out, there's a lot of speculation going around as to what the two post-credit scenes mean. Yes, there are in fact two post-credit scenes. If you guys haven't watched the second one yet, go watch it and then come back to this video. Now for the first post-credit scene, we are brought to a scroll talking about how an old friend of her mother's wants to meet Monica. A little refresher on the Skrulls. The Skrulls are the aliens that we meet and befriend in the Captain Marvel franchise, and are said to be the cause of the so-called Westview anomaly, which are the events that take place in WandaVision. Now back to what I was saying. This post-credit scene teases that Monica is going to be going to space to meet this so-called old friend. At first glance, this friend is obviously supposed to be Captain Marvel. This would make a lot more sense, and it would certainly help Monica Rambeau learn more about her powers if this were to happen. This definitely sets up for Captain Marvel 2, and Monica is definitely going to be seen in that movie for sure, whenever it should be released. Now the second post-credit scene is much more bewildering and has much more content to talk about. In the post-credit scene, we are treated to Wanda, who at first looks as though she is simply watching the world go by, much like that of Thanos at the beginning of Endgame. However, walking inside reveals that she is studying the Darkhold book. And remember, the Darkhold book is the book that goes in depth on evil and dark magic. As the scene goes on, we find out the reason behind Wanda studying this book so hard. The reasoning behind this is in the audio that is played. You can actually hear her children cry out for help. Clearly, Wanda is using the Darkhold's powers in an attempt to reach a universe in which her children are alive. Keep in mind that although Wanda lost her children in this universe, that doesn't mean that they don't exist in another universe. This storyline should continue on in Doctor Strange 2, the Multiverse of Madness, and who knows what's going to happen in that movie. We know this to be true as she presumably goes to rescue them at the end of this scene. Now that's the basic premise of both post-credit scenes. However, I'd like to touch on some of the other questions people may have regarding the finale. The other 2 points that have been left unanswered are what happened to White Vision and what happened to Quicksilver. I will answer the Quicksilver question first because the answer is much simpler. There's no big secret or anything, and the episode actually answers this question flat out. This Quicksilver is none other than Ralph Bohner. What an unfortunate name. Anyways, this guy is nothing special and was simply used as a cool meta reference. Sorry to disappoint all the fans out there who wanted this to be the real Quicksilver, but I guess an X-Men crossover will just have to wait. Now as for what happened to White Vision's storyline is seemingly dropped when he flies off into the sky, with no way of knowing where he is heading. He simply says, "I am Vision," and flies off. Now with his memories unlocked and knowing everything that happened prior to his creation, White Vision may go off the radar for a bit, much like that of the Hulk, going off to find and recollect himself following the events of WandaVision. I mean, imagine experiencing the last 10 years in an instant. I'd be confused as hell too and fly off much like he did to go and collect my thoughts. Eventually, White Vision and Wanda will meet, as the ending with Wanda and Hex Vision heavily alludes to how there's potential for the two to say hello again. A clear reference that in the future, this duo will meet up again. That is basically it for right now though, and we will see what happens in the next phase of the MCU. With all of this said, if you guys enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe for more content in the future. If you guys are new here, feel free to check out my new content I just put out. I just put out a video recently on 9 from 2009 where I explain what happened to the sequel and why we haven't gotten one yet. Go check it out if that interests you. Now without further ado, I will see you guys in the next video.